is the allocation of inventory can happen in a few different places. One of them is in the container itself. So when you're receiving in a container, okay, so the times in which you would want to use this would be, let's say you're oversold on a product and you don't have any in inventory, but you have some coming in. When you're receiving that container, you have the ability to allocate all the contents of that container against open orders and ship those out. That's not the normal way in which allocation is used, but that is one option. But for this video, I'm going to go through the more normal way that people would use allocation, and that's within the sales order itself. So when a sales order is created, you have the ability to click into this ready to pre/allocate function. It has to be issued to be able to do that. The sales order has to be in the issued status, but once you do, you can click there. Then it brings up a listing of all of the items on that order are listed here. And then you have some choices here. So the first is you can choose which warehouse you want to allocate from. So this is giving you the warehouses that you have inventory in. And if all you're doing is pulling from the oldest inventory in that warehouse, then you're just going to choose from the selection whether you want to release this, final match, pre-allocate, or not do anything. And I'll walk through what each of these mean. So first option is pre-allocate. That would basically just be a way to say you just want to earmark that inventory for a customer. It means other people can take it, but when they do so, they're going to see that it's specifically earmarked for that customer. That's the first option. This pre-allocation function, it's more often used to pre-allocate a sales order against an open purchase order that hasn't shipped yet. That's the way that function is more commonly used, but you do have the option to do it here for inventory in the warehouse too. The final matching function allows you to lock down that inventory for that customer. So again, you're not shipping it out right away, but this would be a situation where you want to make sure that that inventory does not get sold to anyone else. It's a way of sort of holding the inventory specifically for this order. And then the other option here is release to logistics. And that's a way to say that this order is ready to ship and we can go ahead and create a delivery for that. So this would be, you can sort of choose on a case-by-case basis which of these you want to do for each line. There's also a way to apply the allocation to an entire order. So you see in the header here, you have this drop-down list. And if you choose any one of these, then whatever you select, it will apply to all lines within that order. Now, for some customers, they don't want to just ship the oldest inventory. They want to ship specific inventory, looking at specific lots. So to do so, you click into this show details here. And this is going to bring up a list of all the available lots that you can allocate against. And you're going to choose the quantity from which lot you want to allocate. So this order is only for 20. So it's suggesting that I only want to grab 20. And then it's showing me the quantity in each of these available lots, the expiration date, the lot number, and the warehouse that they're in. Now notice if you see, in some cases, you're just seeing a date here. That's telling us that that inventory is actually on the water right now, or it's in transit, and it's giving us the ETA of that particular container. So you can allocate against goods that are on the water as well. So anyway, I'm just going to pick this one, which is in our allied warehouse. I'll say allocate. And one other comment here, which is you have this create back order option checked. So instead of grabbing 20 here, if I only grabbed say 10, or say there was only 10 left in inventory, I can check this box and say create back order. And what that's going to do is it's going to leave the balance of the order open and it'll allocate the portion that we have. So you can ship out what you have in inventory now and then just leave the balance open and ship it later when you receive it in. That's the create back order function. And then when I click done here, this is, okay, so one other thing here is I can choose an existing delivery to add this to if I want to, or if I just click done, it's currently set so that it will automatically create a new delivery and add it to that delivery. So in this case, it's adding it to delivery 192, and I can go right into that delivery if I want, like click on that. And that brings us into this delivery where we can process the order further, send out the documents and so on.